Hint, I'm not from Texas. I am from Sydney, Australia, and that's probably too much of a hint. But got some exciting news. 8 hours to go before I'm monetized. It's not all that monetized, but it is monetized, and that's the first hurdle. So first things first, I know there's no one here at the moment, but I need to say thank you to you people whoever's been doggedly watching my shows, regardless of what's on the darn things. No matter what's on the things, there's obviously people who are sitting here and watching the show. I'm going to turn the little magical thing on. Retouch is on. There we go. Nice little opal there. I do apologise for my fingers. My fingers are the usual range of disgusting. I am aware of this. But I've been working hard. I've been doing my day job. I've been doing other things as well. So it's just been one thing after another. And, well, I'm just glad to be going here. We've got this opal here. I'll probably try and give this one a cut. And I think what I'll do is I'll start with this guy because it's just plain old crystal opal. You can see a few cracks. Maybe, is that a crack or is that just a... I think it's a crack, but we'll see. You can see that there's actually a horizon sitting there in that one. This one might end up looking quite nice. I don't know. Just give you some context as well. I've started to destroy this because I'm about to rebuild it. So I can't do any of the polishing phase at the moment because the opal system is being improved. Listen, if you want to see me actually get in there and fix up the opal machine, you know, see what I do when I'm actually building the opal machine, you should mention it in the comments section. I've been wondering whether I should live stream it or not. You can spend your hours any way you want. So we've got these opals here. They're going to fall. We know that. So let's not tempt fate. Come on. You know what to do. There we go. Perfect. And then out you go. Oh, I see. We've got issues down here. The zombie is lurching towards its conclusion, I think. There we go. Okay, can you please lurch back into wherever you came from? There's something over here sticking it. But that's... Oh, hang on. There it is. Here we go. More brains. Brains. Okay. And I've got to move this down. Shunk. I've just... You have no idea what I just did. That was just ridiculous. Anywho, thank you for watching that. I'm not sure what you watched. We're turning on the unnecessarily slow dipping mechanism. Just getting it all sorted out. Wouldn't that just be the way? The moment I start up, the water goes onto the place. So let's just get rid of the wet patch. There we go. Here it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, whoever you are contributing to my 8 hours required, no matter how long you spend. If you spend 10 seconds here, you're still helping. So, thank you. There we go. So, final unmonetized cut more than likely. So, I'll just quickly give this one a bit of a trim. See what's underneath there. And here we go. I think everything needs a bit of an overhaul. Too-eyed, frankly. There it is. Oh, that one. You should see my my rotary tool holder just absolutely sliding around when I attach the motor. One like for me, thank you, whoever that was. I don't think it's Gilly, he goes to bed too early. Probably Rainer, I reckon. I'm guessing Rainer. going to check my... Oh, 2 likes. Thank you. Can someone just do a test message for me? Because I just don't know if I've accidentally said it's for kids or not. Oh, 3 likes. Wow. Just someone type test on the chat. I just destroyed this. Okay. This one will be done. I suppose I could do it. Thank you, Nihil. Brilliant. So it's working. These are opals. This is just a straight out crystal opal. And I'm hoping there might be some sun flash in it. But this is just kind of a boring one to start with, really. Well, actually, it's not a boring one. I don't think these are boring at all. I love these ones. They're my favourites. But other people who like, you know, pretty sparkly, blingy jewellery, they think they're boring. I don't know who's got the taste or not, because, like, I've probably got the bad taste, so probably everyone else is right. But this is one of my favourites. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm actually very carefully going around all of the grooves and the imperfections. I strongly suspect there's a crack in this one. What it means if there's a crack is you've got to make a decision on whether to ride the crack out, so to speak. See if you can cut past the crack, or alternately just cut the whole thing in half where the crack is. Oh, I see. No, it's not. I'll move the where's that coming from? Must be here. We managed to make it over the other side, believe it or not. There we go. See if that makes it any better. Whoop, get back there. I think that's a bit better. Although there's nothing there to... There we go. Is that better? Alright, I'm moving this over this way a bit to make sure that the water level... That didn't help. No, I think the water's just aggregating at the end. That's perfect, I'm sure. Absolutely perfect. There we go. There will be no more problems. Absolutely no more problems. Just in case you're interested, there'll be stacks more problems. But, you know, I'm trying to speak positively. Yeah, I know. Have you ever been on a campfire and, you know, the smoke follows you around? Well, this is the opal cutting equivalent. You need the water there because you get respiratory problems if you keep breathing in the dust. Yep, it's for jewellery. This one's going to have no colour for you to see. More than likely, if we're lucky, we might get something. But I'm cutting this one as if it's got no colour. A lot of the time they end up flashing green, but only in sunlight. This one, I'd like to warm up on a stone that I don't owe very much to before I get into serious stone issues. Yeah, there's our crack. So, right in there's a crack. I've got a UV light, a UV laser actually. I'll use the green one, hopefully that'll show. No, it's too bright. Use the other one. hopefully you'll be able to see the crack in it. Let's zoom right in on it. Come on, we can do this. Together, team. Okay, here we go. There it is. Can you see the crack there? So we'll cut it along that line, I think. I don't think there's any helping it. Zooming back a bit. What? Perfect. Let's have a look where that crack is. Just along there. Oh look, they come out of the ground and they go into an agitator and they get bashed around a lot. So you can't expect the opals to be pristine. It's very rare that you get something that doesn't have to be something that doesn't have to be severely mitigated for some issue. So don't feel bad for me. It's actually quite fun to try and figure out how to deal with it. That's interesting. I'm just going to see where the hold up is here for the water. That's very good. There we go. The good news story is I think that oh wow. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it, but there's a lot of green in this. So this has ended up being quite a good opal, even if it is cracked. I thought it'd only be sun flash, and yet you can see it just barely without sunlight, so that's good. See it with an ordinary light. Oh, did you? Well, that's definitely preferable, you know, cost-wise to a cab machine. But bearing in mind, this machine that I've got here cost me all of $7. I sort of specialise in opals, but what I'm doing at the moment is, like, I've got some garnets sitting around, and I've also got some emeralds and rubies, but I don't very often deal with them. Most of the time I sit in opals. Welcome to Australia, everybody. Nice little spider. I'll leave him be. He's not going to hurt anyone, so I may as well leave him on me. If he's crazy enough to be on the giant biped that gets scared of spiders and squishes them, well, he deserves to live. He deserves to have his fun. Just don't jump into the opal machine. It's not a merry-go-round. Hardest to work with? Well, I would say anything that's not an opal, because I'm used to dealing with opals. But there are different types of opal as well. There's boulder opal, which looks like, have I got one around? Sure, I've got one somewhere. Never one when you want one. No, I can't find one. Basically, it's it looks more like a rock than an opal. Then there's Lightning Ridge. This one's this one's a Lightning Ridge opal, which is beautiful to work with. Cooper Petey, they're a little bit hard to get used to, but you eventually do. So that's ready to go on the top stick. I'm not going to be doing the polishing phase because I'm revamping things. Oh, really? That is a boulder from the sound of things. Now, the interesting thing about that, is it a brown rock? Is it reddy brown? I'm just deciding which opal to do next. I think we'll do this one. Right, that's a boulder opal. Well, if it isn't the Alabama, USA guy. How you doing, mate? Oh. Thank you, mate. Okay, so River Willow. The opal you've got is called boulder opal, and well, I need to literally see it to know what to do with it, because the band can do one of several things. Yeah. Thank you. I am 8 hours from being monetized, Alabama. So the boulder opal, there's two ways you can cut a boulder opal. One is you just follow the seam and try and carefully cut it. But the other thing you can do with it is if it's something called a painted lady, it's literally a case of take a risk and hit it with a hammer and hope that it fractures along that seam. It's just depending on what you're A, willing to put up with, and B, whether it can do it or not. Oh, thank you. Still got that 8 hours to get, but more than likely this stream will do it. How many people I've got? 94? Yeah, I'll get it. I will get it. Probably an hour will give me about 50 hours. So, yeah, I'm there. I think I'm there. Woohoo! $700 hours? That's absolutely fantastic, mate. I got the required subscribers long before I got the hours. Sources for courses. People do different things. When I went on, people were concentrating on YouTube Shorts, and YouTube Shorts gave no hours. I tried to get up to the 3 million or whatever it was, and then when the vertical format came along, I realized that the hours were easier to achieve. Well, no, it's hard earned, mate. It's not just unexpected. Hard earned. But the first level of earning in this YouTube thing, from what I can see, is like you get the right to beg your viewers for money, which I don't like. You know, you can have the super likes and you can buy paid subscriptions and all that kind of stuff. After that, there's, ads and stuff. So that means that you can actually get a passive income without hassling the people on your channel. Oh, really? I'll have a look at my stats, because I haven't really worried about the stats. I've been watching the hours. Okay, let me see. Which side? Okay, it's this side. And that's being a bit generous, actually. Let's try doing both of those until we get something that works. That side's not going to work, that side will. Okay. So I'm going to very gently roll it in. See if rolling will help it. Yes, it is. Rolling. Keep them opals rolling. Keep them opals rolling. Rawhide. Don't try to understand them. Oh, if you don't understand them, you're going to go and bust them. Cutting opals is quite hard. Oh. Yeah. That's true. And I agree with you, Crash Time. I think it's terrible to do e-busking. So I'll tell people that they exist, but I'm certainly not going to insist. So this one was more disappointing than I thought. Like and subscribe. We'll try this one out. Little bit unorganised. I had a series of meetings today, and I also have a day job, so you know, normally I go out in the sun and I pre-test a lot of the opals that I'm cutting. These ones are just surplus opals from various nights, so who knows how they're going to turn out. Yeah, I think you will be too. Yeah, it's good to see you too. The boulder opal is expensive. It's the second most expensive type of opal you can get. I'll give you some examples of the other types that we've got around here. This opal here, which I'm going, it has to be colourful, of course, but that's black opal from Lightning Ridge. Yes, I know there's not much black on it. That's half of the problem, I think. Is there any black in it? There might be. Anyway, that's Lightning Ridge. That's the most expensive type, provided there's colour on it. This is Cooper Pedy opal. That is one of the cheaper opals, but if you've got a good Cooper Pedy, especially a shell opal, then that's just off the chart expensive. So if you get a good opal, I kid you not, you can ask well over $500 a carat. And I don't know how to convert that into ounces, but 1 gram is 5 carats. So, hello. There you go.
Hi. How are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, well enough.
Yeah?
Yes.
How many hours you got so far?
Well, I've got 2,972, I think. No, 2,992.
I'm going to be doing this with my driver's logbook, to be fair.
Right. What?
Hours counting.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Why am I suddenly cutting this one?
I don't know. With the
Yeah, I always start with the shortier ones. But the other one that I had was, that was a bit disappointing because I thought that I had a good one. I'll just zoom in. Sometimes the camera doesn't do it justice. You can just see the sparkle there. If you saw that in real life, you'd realise it's a lot more sparkly. It's quite a good one. Clamshell opal fossils. What you're going to have to do, Alabama mate, is you're going to have to carefully consider whether to actually touch them at all. If you've got a good opal, which looks like it's going to make a good clamshell gem, then sure, go right ahead. But if there's not much colour on them, might I advise you just leave them, because they'll probably be more valuable that way, and they're certainly better off as a specimen for future research. I'll show you something that I did later on. I actually got a belemnite, which is a type of squid really, and I kept the outside, but I sliced it open and I carved the inside. Re the shoddy opals, I understand what you're saying, but they're a bit hit and miss sometimes. There you go, have a look at that. This one will end up around about 1 carat, and I would expect it to cost about $100. Presuming everything goes right, of course. I would say more, but I think it's a little bit on the small side. But I mean, I don't know. It should write it up 500 or something. Give people certificates. But you've got to actually assess the opal then. And to get the opal assessed costs about $80. So if you're going to get an opal of extreme value, it has to be worth more than $80, basically, or it's not worth doing. Well, it's not worth certifying.
I can see your opal cuttings now.
What?
I can actually see your opal cuttings now.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I could never before.
Okay.
Or in the contacts, I can actually see.
Okay.
Because it was just like blurry skin color thing on blurry skin color thing.
All right. So you're watching it on the YouTubey thing?
No, I'm watching it on your hands.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You have rainbow silica dust on your fingers.
No, I have nitric acid on my fingers.
Oh, Dad!
It's all right.
Stop it! What percentage?
What do you mean, what percentage?
Like
Oh.
how concentrated?
10 molar.
I'm gonna kill you.
Not if I do it first.
Don't! I told you, get the retirement home with all of the sexy nurses.
Yeah.
You just gotta live to that age. Right?
There's some incentive for me. If you have a look on the stove at the moment, there's some silver that I've refined.
No, I did see that because I was going to cook and then I could not.
Okay. Sorry about that. Daughter just came in. They're getting very, very, very familiar with the whole I'm out here doing a live stream thing. Oh look, Dad, he's only doing a live stream. Over here we're very professional. Hey.
I love you, Dad.
Love you too, bub.
Thank you for getting me the ATF card.
Getting the what?
The
The health insurance, yes.
yeah. So Erica's going to be picking me up at 11 tomorrow,
Okay.
and then I will drive in the parking lot, and then I'll go to work, and then I will go to watch this meeting at 7, and I'll be back by like 9, I think.
Okay, no worries. Love you too. Okay, so there we have a drop. Sadly, I think I've already done retouch, haven't I? Yeah, that's as good as it gets. Can I? No, if I push that button, it does other things. So, that's the best we've got. Sorry. But it looks better in real life. You'll just have to believe me though. Do I have an honest face? Hang on. Does this look like an honest face to you? If so, believe me. Ha ha! Right. Let me have a look. Not that one, not that one, not that one. We might do a lightning rigger soon, but we'll do a few other ones first. So I've got these guys which are theoretically good. Let me show you what we're dealing with here. This could well be a good opal or not, depending on how, you know, the focus works. See how there's that lovely colour band in there? So that could face well, or it could face very, very badly. It's a bit of a gamble. You don't know. One thing you do check is you check the other side, and as you can see, the colour band goes all the way through the opal. So whatever it is, it can be what we call wall-to-wall colour, so long as the colour is facing this direction. Sometimes it only faces this direction. That's the challenge in opals. Here we go. One thing you have to do is straighten up the sides. No getting around that. Each time that happens, oh, Alabama, mate, that is a shell. That is for sure a shell. Doesn't look like a clam shell. I think that one will be an oyster shell. You can tell because they're a little bit, I wouldn't say dodgy, but they're a bit defined. Okay. Going to get the laser out again for this one. Wait, here we go. Okay, good. Let's just... I haven't got a reliable place to put the laser. That's not going to work like that. I'll use the carriage. There we go. That'll work, is it? Right. Come on. There. Okay. Zooming out. Got to follow the opal back to its path. There. Okay, we're now zooming in. Try and get that opal. And we'll turn off some of the lighting so that we can actually see what's going on. Where's our laser? It's hard to actually designate the laser whilst you're doing everything else. Right, so the first thing is hitting the laser actually shines up the opal, which is good. That means that the opal actually is contiguous with the laser. But what I can see here now that I'm shining it with the laser, is that you can see there's a crack there. See, just next to that crack, you can see the crack goes all the way through. That's a bit annoying. Let's see if we can spot that crack from this side, though. Need to turn this light away, turn this light off. Right. What you're hearing in the background is one of my frogs. Not mine, they're nature frogs. Right, I think we've got... We'll keep cutting through it, but it looks like that crack is very deep. So, not happy with that, but we'll see what happens. If we get to fine opals, that because I have to cut it in half, then that just has to be. Show you what I'm seeing here. That crack is extensive from the looks of things. It might go away, but I think it'd be wise just to cut the whole thing in half. But we'll see. At the moment, I'm just preparing it for that moment. Oh, thank you for the like, whoever did that. No, this is telling. There's a lot of nastiness in there. I'm flipping it over to see if we've got the same level of nastiness. I think we do. If I can see the crack tracking through to the other side, there's no point. I'm just going to cut it along there. All right, so it's, gosh. Yeah, I think it's the sensible thing to do. Good news is we'll be able to see if the opal does indeed track through the middle of it. So it's not all bad news. The answer is yes, it tracks through the entire way. There it is. Beautiful. So look at this side. So I'm not counting my chickens before they've hatched, but one thing I can tell you is sometimes if you make the right decision, life does reward you. This material here looks especially fragile, and it may well have affected the opal the whole way through the cut. So maybe I was better off getting this small slice and taking it off anyway. Would have stabilised the opal and the cracks wouldn't extend past this spot. And this opal may crack up, but the other piece may not now. That's just an idea. Well, hello there. How you doing, Adele? Right, well, let's turn this less valuable one into an opal and see what it looks like. This is what we can use to experiment because it's a bit smaller and there's a chance it's going to crack apart anyway. So we'll see what side it faces up on. Does it face up on both? Do we need to use an angle? Will it just not face? Ain't that the best? I just got home from work. I was working, doing the working. Oh yes, I was. It's terrible how we have to put our self-worth into these kinds of things, but at the same time, I'm very proud of you. Sound like a father, don't I? I told you should have worked at the public service. You get to do the nothing all the time. Look, there are some things you can't control. Don't worry about them. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, well, next. That's how you go. I'll show you something in a little while. Now, where is our... Well, this is interesting because I think we're going to have to roll it in, I think. Look at that. We're right up to that really bright colour band, ladies and gentlemen, and it's just showing us nothing on this side. So that tells me that it's only on the side that the colour band is going to show. Really annoying, but not unexpected. So the only thing you can do at this stage, if that's indeed what's going on, is to roll it in such a way that more of the opal faces a different direction. And hopefully it's enough of a direction change that the opal will start to shine. Probably the trickiest part about opal cutting. It's called refacing. Getting something. Can I get away with just a bit of a curvy curve? I reckon this is the equivalent of a pilot landing the plane on the Hudson River if I get this opal to work. Now, I know you're seeing a whole lot of nothing, but before I was watching it shine away. So I'm certainly encouraged by what I'm seeing. We have opal. Lovely, lovely. I did it. Yay! Now all I have to do is do it for the bigger opal, which will be much harder. Oh, come on, show them. There we go. Did you see that? Tiny little flash. The Hudson opal, yeah. See that flash coming through? There it is. See that? Yes. So what I'll do is I'll dop that up and I'll cut the rest of it. Well, my other opal station's down, Adele, because I've started dismantling it to put the other sanders on. So that's out of action, so I can't do much with it. Right, so here's the other side. It's got a twin. Had to cut it in half, so let's just see what this half does. Will it be the married Hudson opals, because this might be the better half. Okay, I'm facing a very different battle with this particular opal. So it's got a lot of fragile parts which are threatening to come off if I hit it the wrong way. But I think that it's not having the same trouble with facing. I don't even know how this works because it's the same opal. So look, the end is just shining. The end is just shining away. Yep, I'll shine, no trouble. That's a crack. Look at that. Ah, that's a bit of a nuisance. Can you see that? Straight through it. Dagnammit. Oh well. Can't win them all. I'll try. No, that goes straight through. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. And realistically, I've still got this little piece of opal here. It's not like it's a complete tragedy. If I hadn't spotted that then, I would have cut it to the shape of the bigger piece, and then I would have either had to have cut it to the smaller, to the crack, or the crack would have just gone bing and smashed the whole opal. So once again, it's a lucky thing. It's just the opal's not as big as I wanted it to be. So yeah, there we've got a nice little opal out of it. Tiny, but nice. Where's that other piece? Do I even want to... I don't want to get this piece and then go, oh look, there's another crack. I have to cut it in half. Because all of a sudden we're going to have the calculus opal, which, you know, if you keep cutting it half, will you ever cut the whole opal? Yeah. I'm letting that one pass because there's a precedent there. You might realise my name is Phil, and sometimes people that come along and go, ah, is your last name McCracken? Are you Phil McCracken? Yes, well done. Get in the queue, take a ticket. Well, guess what, guys? In your crack, look at that. It's there. Bloody hell. Just like the arrow and the tortoise is, you know, keep firing the arrow at the tortoise. Will it ever catch the tortoise? Because every time the arrow moves to the position where the tortoise has moved along in its plodding pace. So the arrow has to move that distance, etc., etc. Good. Right. If I cut that another piece of that opal, I'll be cracking it, so I'm going to just leave that. Let's have a look here. Good. See that nice little chunk of colour there? Let's see if we can make that colour really stand out. Using a very light touch because I suspect that the cracks get exasperated by harsh cutting. Matter of fact, what I might do is other way, upside down. Oh, hurry up. There we go. My brother sent me a photo today. Apparently there's a Gordon Ramsay special on cocaine, and he said, wow. For a moment I thought I was going to get a really extreme cooking show. If I recall correctly, I did a few witty things. Whoa, 238. Hello, 238 people. How you doing? I was just happily cutting opals along here, and all of a sudden there's 238 people watching me. Now there's 144. They got shy. What do you know? Another crack. Release the Kraken. Hello there, Waj. I hope I got your name right. Yeah, I'm hoping to push it out. I think I have. If I get the crack before I get the colour bar, I might have to, well, we'll laser it just to make sure. Seeing I've got a laser, I may as well use it. Okay, not that one. That's too bright. That's for the black opals. Where did I put it? Over here. Right. Nope. That one. Right. Here we go, and then I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to turn that away, and then we're going to have a look at the opal under the laser light. I'm just going to make sure I know where that laser light happens to be. There it is. Right. So let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen. Move that away so we can really see it properly. Okay, it's directly on there. Let's see if we can spot that crack. What I might do is I might grab a slightly brighter laser. I might get the red one for this, just because the red one is just a wee bit brighter.
Father David.
Yes.
I love you very much.
Love you too. Bit busy.
I know, I'm not expecting anything of you. I'm just watching. I'm having a great amount of fun looking at things from far away.
All right, fair enough. Hang on, this opal's in the red light district. Here we go.
Amsterdam?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Amsterdam opal.
Show me your play of colour, honey.
All right. Let me see. Okay, yeah, the crack is there. Whoop. I'll answer the question in a minute, Raj. Sorry, I'm just busily grabbing that. And yes, I am from Australia. Sorry, it's very hard to get this to all tee up. There we go. You can see the crack going down the side now, pretty obviously. There's one going down here. And is there anything over this side? That's pretty good. There's a few spots of sand there. That's nothing to worry about. It's the cracks on the side. I think they might come out. So there we go. Okay, lights back on. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Adele. She's my brains trust. If I can't deal with it, I'll just cut it off. Don't want to, but, you know, sometimes you have to. Okay, I'm hearing the sound of good opal there as well. So we've got a crack, yes, but we've got brilliant opal sitting here. Or at least from the sound of things. Usually the sound is right. So I'm expecting good things from this opal, even though there's that crack. We'll see what happens, see how I can mitigate that crack. Yeah, I try to speak through my mouth, not through my nose like a lot of Australians do, but you know, sometimes you just can't help it. Oh, that's because New Zealanders get insulted if you call them Australian. It's like Canadians. You always ask an American if they're Canadian first, even if you're good with accents. Let's have a look. Yuraj is what I'm calling it. I'm hoping I'm getting the name right. I'm trying to do you the honour of calling you by the correct name. I don't know if I'm dishonouring you by not getting it anywhere near close. The other thing is that I've noticed that as I get older, my vision is starting to go longer and longer. So I'm looking at the, oh, pardon me. Yeah, I'm looking at the phone and I'm going, those are really little letters. What goes around comes around. Remember, there was somebody in there in the local shopping centre who was actually just working at nights, just maintaining equipment and stuff. And he happened to be from the subcontinent, and I looked at him and I realised I've been staring at him a bit too long, and I said, I'm so sorry, mate. It's just that you look like Virat Kohli. Apparently that's the right thing to say. I just go to, you're not going to like this, I go to the pharmacy and I just, I pick the thing that says 3 or higher and I use that for my fine detail on opals. Now, I'm not saying my eyes are getting terrible. They're not. But when you wake up in the morning, that's the worst. Because, like, you know, you've got all the whatever you've been sleeping on your eyes. And they're all blurry and stuff. And they're not focusing well. And get your phone out and go, what is this? Oh, sorry, Grandma. What? I am indeed. Well done. 10 points. That was my other daughter. She said, are you doing a live stream? No, I'm insane. I just talk to myself. What? Oh, uncomfortable. I think Loki's just bored. She wants to come out. I think we'll be doing Magnus Opal in 15 minutes, so wait for them.
It's also really hot.
What?
It's also hot in it.
It's hot. We're not spraying it down now. Hang on a second. What prescription?
Dad.
Yes, Doug.
Hey.
Who was that, Loki or Max? Loki. Well. I don't wear them all the time. And I was noticing my eyes were going out of focus long before I started wearing glasses. I'm not saying I'm doing great, but I don't think that's the cause. Yeah, we've got one down the road. As a matter of fact, you'll be glad my daughter just went and got some contact lenses. She spent the afternoon looking at things. So what are you doing? She's going, I'm looking at things. Why? Because I can see them. Well, that's true. Okay, I've taken some great care with this, and it looks like I've managed to mitigate the effect of the crack. Famous last words, as they say, but not only have I mitigated the effect, but I think we've got ourselves a double-sided opal. It's not the be-all and end-all to have a double-sided opal, but it certainly is quite nice. I'm going to concentrate on making it into a cab now. As an FYI, not all of the colour has been exposed yet, so let's go in here. On the left-hand side, come on the left, there you go, you saw it a bit. On the left-hand side, there is some colour there. On the right-hand side, there's not much. That's okay, it'll get there. But I'm now concentrating on the shape of the opal, because I'm pretty confident that the opal's going to do what I want it to do. And like I said before, famous last words. In the meantime, just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the opal cutting session, what I do is I go inside and I say hello to the birds. I have 2 cockatoos and a pigeon. Sounds like my children are going in and using the kitchen, so by the time I get in there, oh boy. Now here's where the crack is. I saw a little dark patch. I don't think it's a problem, but I was wrong once before. So yeah, you're right, it's uneven. At the moment it's more of a wing than a cab. That'll sort itself out. I just don't quite know where the colour band is, so I've got to make sure that I'm not overzealous in exposing it and then having no opal left to manoeuvre with. But I think carving down that side is not going to be a problem. Do it from both ends just to make sure I don't overstay my welcome. You don't know, Roach could well be the premier opal cutter in their district. So maybe I do well to listen. They have passed. The most spoiled cockatoos in the history of cockatoodom. If you keep feeding them, they're going to become cocker-8s.
I haven't given them treats all week, Dad. Your girlfriend does.
Yeah, fair enough. Yes, she does.
My goodness.
Yeah, well, for reference, my girlfriend's Greek. That's what they do.
I don't get fed that much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's diamond, and my skin's heavily hydrolyzed at the moment, but even so, doesn't hurt me. Just in case you were worried that I was going to die or something. Now the unevenness is starting to punish me a little bit at the moment, so I'm just taking it easy. If you don't get the back straight and the front straight, then when you put it on the dopstick, it's a nuisance. So, yeah, you can see it's got an overhang there. Get rid of that. I might actually straighten and just go straight through. Better to, you know, take a huge chunk away than to have it uneven. So we're getting there. Nice cab shape now. Sounds like my children are about to have a fight. If they do start fighting, what we'll do is we'll start taking bets on who will win. Oh, you're worried about my hands? Yeah, they'll look. During the day, and I'll show you this later, and I'll show you too. Well, I'll show everyone on the YouTube, I suppose. But I spent the day doing my day job. But when I finished with my day job, I had. Oh, thank you. Sorry, the water's being changed, and that's very responsible of my children. What was I talking? During my day job, I got a chemical in the mail, and I'm not going to worry about what that chemical is because boring. But when I finished my work today, I then went into the garage and I tried to precipitate some gold and silver from the random solutions that I had created, and I'd succeeded in precipitating the silver. The gold, there's not as much gold in there, so it's harder to precipitate it. But I got a little bit, maybe maybe 1/10 of a gram or less. They certainly are, but I think you'll find that they're hydrolyzed because I've been messing around with nitric acid and some got on my hands. So I think they've got other things to worry about than the water at the moment. In case you're interested, if you do accidentally spill nitric acid on yourself, don't bother getting the water. I mean, that's what they say, but don't bother getting the water. Go straight into the kitchen, get the baking soda, and just sprinkle it on your hands. That fixes them up faster than washing it. In case you're interested, Yuraj, my children feel the same way as you do. They're like, can you please not do things that are dangerous? Thank you. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to use... Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, I'm going to just try and expose some of that more, because that's worth doing. If I can't expose it evenly, I'll literally have to cut it in half. There it is. Good, excellent. It's there, so I don't have to worry.
I was thinking if you sent to the next one.
Yeah. So there you go, you're getting cockatoo updates as we go. None of my children understand the whole concept of YouTube, I don't think. Ah, dear. We're a happy family though. Been through a lot together, and learned to enjoy life. There we go, look at that. I never really feel proud about the opals. I just feel relieved when they come good. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. Don't even need to adjust the lighting. It just shines for us now. So, yeah, that means that it's shining really brightly. Now I wish I had the polishing setup up and running, because I'm so anxious to dot that and get it going. Just making it flatter on this side so it's easier to dot. This side, just for reference, this side is the side that we have to keep now, so it doesn't matter if it's misshapen, we shape it from the opposite end. We'll have to just put a little bit of a mark here. I'm feeling a bit bullish with this actually. I'm going to just sit there on the face for a while. Oh, that sounds terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Well, that's nice to know. The Russians didn't go up and say, hey, that's my tent. We had it in 1862. Yeah, that was worth doing. Look at that. Easy, easy money, that one. That's easily 500 bucks worth of opal. Could look at that all day. Now the interesting thing about this one is if we have a look at it carefully, you'll notice that there's those lines that are going diagonally down. That means that I'm across the seam. If we use a cricket analogy, I've scrambled the seam. The USA could have just taken it. They didn't need to say they're going to buy it. No one lives there. Who'd know? All right. No more tinkering with that one. That's a win. That's a total win. Let's see. I feel like doing something a little bit cheeky, mischievous, and otherworldly. What have we got here to take a risk on? No, not risky enough. Not risky enough. Well, it is risky, but it'll take 5 seconds. Let's do it. We're now looking for the magnum opal because we'll be playing with the cockatoos in a minute. Yeah, I know, but you'd need to actually have someone there to say, hang on, Trump's put a hotel on here. I reckon it will. This piece just flew off. What I'm going to do is I'm going for this piece on the end. So that's looking nice. There we go, broke. But we're still going, we're still good. As a matter of fact, break that bit off too. Now I've got the world's smallest opal. I could do this. Hang on, I just got to get the grip right. Okay, so. Now this isn't a point of money, this is just a point of pride. I must cut the opal. Okay, so to be worth like 50 cents. Ah! Mexican jumping opal. Oh, jumped out again. Really doesn't like this grinder, does it? Sitting in the water. I mean, it's pretty much done, so if I don't fish it out, that's the wrong piece. That is also the wrong piece. It's run away from me. There it is, found it. Haha, you thought you could get away, did you? No, I'm going to keep going with you. Because you did that pretty much. I thought I got away. No, you didn't. Activate the unnecessarily slow dipping mechanism. Ah. You win this round. I can't be bothered getting it a 19th time. Let's see what we've got here. Ah, let's do this one. We are definitely in magnum opal territory now. So we'll stop when we get something that's suitably attractive. I mean, other than all of you wonderful people who are watching my show. No, I didn't cut myself. It's all good. I think I'm going to dissolve before I cut myself. have a look at it. I think we'll make an assessment very soon, but it might not be, you know, absolutely phantasmagorical, but it's not too bad. Sometimes you say that, and then the opposite side goes, you know what? I'm more spectacular. And you're going like, but you were supposed to be the back of the opal. It's like, I know, I'm sneaky, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah. You can see that there's like, this particular one has got two very thin patches. Normally if it's thin, I just cut it off there. And I may even consider, oh look, there's a crack. Let's get, yeah, if we have to. Away we go. This isn't going to hurt because I was making it into a drop at the time, so that's just the bit that makes it into a drop. Now I can just turn it into an ordinary cab. As a matter of fact, if I just do this, pretty much is a cab. So boomerang, whee! Ah, didn't come back. That might just be the camera doing things, because it's purpley blue from my angle. And I'll do my only Hindi that I know. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Quite possibly is. It looks it, doesn't it? Like, but like I'm not an expert. What she's done is she's actually cut and pasted a whole heap of like and subscribe messages in different languages for me, and she will randomly post them for me. It's very kind of her. So Del, I need to get it verified, but last time I checked, I only needed 7 or 8 hours to actually get onto the first level of YouTube monetization. Have I already told you? Maybe I have. You see, I need to get monetized before I die of Alzheimer's from the looks of things. I've been looking at the stream numbers, and I'm going, well, that's easily enough to, like, it should stack on 100 extra hours with these kinds of numbers, so I'm not particularly concerned. I just have to wait for it to all come through. Yeah. Quite frankly, if I do get dementia, it probably will make the stream a whole lot more interesting. If it gets too thin, I'll just attach it to a piece of black opal. But at the moment, it can work well as a solid. And if we put it in a bevel setting, for example, it should be protected by the metal of the jewellery. That's my next challenge, to actually make a bevel setting. Just to give you an idea, I've been collecting scrap computer parts and I've been working with chemicals. That's why my hands look the way they do. Working with chemicals to try and extract the gold and silver from them. I'm reasonably certain I've extracted the silver and I've extracted a small amount of gold. So I wouldn't say I'm exactly skinny, but like my eyes are bad, so I might end up being one of your patients. Right, to solve the thin opal problem, I'm literally going to shave this side. This is the thin side. It'll be a bit smaller, but it'll be more solid. There's nothing else for it. You have to make it smooth on this side, so you have to just keep going. It doesn't matter that it gets thin. You have to just keep going. If it's not colourful, then there's no point in having the opal at all. And once it gets into this much smaller size, suddenly the thickness to size ratio means that it's not dangerously thin anymore. But I was very gently thinning it down because I was not liking the thickness of the opal myself. Ni hao, qian xie. It's actually down. I think it's qian xie, qian xie. If there's a Chinese person, I don't know how you can correct me because you'd have to literally send an audio file. Okay, so there we go. I will do the rest of the thinning on the dop stick, I think, because I'm not very confident that it's going to handle more of the diamond tipped cutter. But the whole point of this was to have a bit of fun taking a bit of a risk with the opal. So there it is. All right. This one looks too thin to be the matte opal, but we'll see. Now we're going to start speeding up the production because it's getting late at night and I've got to get the kids to bed and the cockatoos to bed and I've got a splat pony. You'll understand in a minute. You're making me stop to read. That literacy, who needs it? Ah, this is a good one. I think this one will actually sit as the Magnum Opal. I'm quite surprised. Show you in a minute, but like, it is really quite surprising. I did not expect it. Let me just get this face done, and then we will have a look and see why it's so cool. Got to get the back done yet, because the back's just as important as the front. I was trying to find a good analogy. There's just none. You can't go around saying, well, there's no point in having a good face if you don't have a good ass. Like, it just, like, it doesn't work. You have to just... $6:30 in the evening. I presume you're from the subcontinent. Yeah, I think it's getting on to 11 here. I started the stream a bit late because I work a day job. After this stream, I think I'll have gotten enough hours that YouTube will start paying me. But even so, I don't think they pay very much. So I'm not going to stop working anytime soon. I'm understanding you now. One of the tricks when you're doing these live streams is trying to figure out what's being said and doing the thing you're doing. See, all the live streamers, they act as if they've all got ADD. It's not because of that. It's because it's just so hard to keep concentrating on the stream and on what you're doing. No, for Baha. Is that near the Himalayas? No, it's closer to Delhi, isn't it? Ah! Squirrel! Where? Adele, that's no laughing matter. Oh, squirrel! I noted, Adele, that Rainer graced you with his presence earlier on in the day. I think he's YouTubed out now. It's all right. I'm just having fun. Oh, near Nepal. Beautiful. So I was right the first time. So you're literally at the foothills. That must be astoundingly beautiful. Around here, we've got the Blue Mountains just west of Sydney. Our highest peak is like 2,000 meters or so. And you're sitting there, you're probably inside of Mount Everest or whatever the actual name of the mountain is. You know how Europeans go along just planting flags and naming stuff? With the cunning use of flags. Do you have a flag? No flag, no country. That was Eddie Izzard. You should see his comedy series. It's hilarious. Especially if you're sick of the Brits nicking everything. She'll be 11 or 12, I think. Have a look at that. Let's have a look at the other side. It's getting too thin, so what I'll do is I'll leave it that. We'll call it the Magnum Opal because it is getting late. And we'll go and say hello to the birds. Quite frankly, I think this is our winner for tonight. This one here. I absolutely love that opal. It's an absolute cracker. All right. Turning off the water. Just to give you an idea, I note there's a lot of new people on the stream, so I'll show you kind of what you're dealing with here. This fish tank. Inside is a flex shaft which goes to a Dremel at the end there. The water is on the opposite side, goes up through this hole and snakes basically into a whole stack of bottles which go along here, and it's all controlled from some valves which I've nicked off some drip bags from some medical equipment. So that's how that works. Now this thing is currently being dismantled, but I'll show it to you anyway. Oh, by the way, the water all drips into here and I can refill it from here, and I've also created a gauge out of a Coke bottle. So you've got maximum volume of water there, you've got critically low, and you've got MT, which stands for empty. Just so that you know. All right. So what I've got here is I've got a strainer which catches any opals which fall out of the machine from here when in the water chute. So I can take the strainer out like this, and I get this bottle here. And I can refill the water if I'm starting to run out. But I only put a little bit of water from this area in because it's dirty. But it's certainly better than breathing in a whole heap of opal dust. The only other thing to remember is the fact that you can see all those pipes coming out of there. If you keep those pipes filled with water, the head pressure, that's what they call it, actually enables the water to fill all of the bottles simultaneously if you fill it just from this one point. So there's no electricity or power operating it, it's just physics. You can see this. I can sit here and continue to fill this because the water continually gets evacuated into the other places. And you'll actually watch this thing increasing in volume. Of course, it's a little bit slow because it's feeding all of the bottles. Slowly going up. To give you an idea, you can draw a little mark where the water level is. So where is it? Right here. So you can watch that. You can see that it'll slowly snake up. And let's go and put another load in just to make it dramatic. Running out of water here. So let's just put more water in here. The other thing I can do is put blue dye in, and you can see the blue dye snaking its way to various places. You can see the water slowly going up past that marker now. Yeah, and it's got one tree on it that everyone crashes on. Unbelievable. Okay, so here's What have they done with the place? Oh, not too bad. 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 Oh, what you done here? Honestly. Anyway, no biggie. That's my mess. Where have we got? Oh, yes, this. So that's silver down there in that particular area. And I've been carefully washing it. Now that material there that you're seeing there, the green stuff, that's probably copper, but there's a little bit of gold in it. So that's from all the computer parts. I'll show you the area where I've been experimenting with the computer parts. Still a bit messy. I'm a bit ashamed of it, but never mind. So what I did, this is where all the circuit boards and stuff go. That's a chunk of aluminium. I've just been experimenting with the aluminium. What that does is it drags the copper out. So, like, have a look. Iron, aluminium, all of that. You can see how there's copper that's just gets caked onto it. And that's what I want to happen. I don't want copper in solution. And what I did over here was, this is a capacitor. This is some of the copper wire. And this was a relay box that was all on a mounted circuit board. It was all this stuff. So I depopulated the board and put all of the things into separate containers, and then I tested them to see which ones had the silver and which ones had the gold. So I actually suspect, and I could be wrong about this, but in India, yeah, because I think that China is not as populous as people think it is. As a matter of fact, it might be half as populous. I saw some people who actually did some calculations that it's not possible for the Chinese population to be in the billion range. And I haven't done the calculations myself, but the evidence that they presented seemed pretty compelling, but we'll see. You never take anything at face value, obviously. This is Loki. How you doing, Loki? How you doing? There you are. Got many pins. I think the kids have been looking after you pretty well. There you go. You notice that feathers have been growing back? Have a look at her chest. I'll show you the chest. She was plucking a little while ago. We didn't know why. But you can see the feathers are actually growing back there, which is good. And these legs, they're no longer looking like a sad excuse for a chicken drumstick. They're kind of growing back there. That's looking good. Yeah, there you go. So what's going to happen here is that Loki, I'll leave the door open for Loki because she's free to come and go as she pleases, but she probably, the moment Max gets released, she'll probably go into the cage and close the door because she doesn't like Max. It's quite pathetic to watch because Max is quite a magnificent bird. I quite like him. But Loki is by no means interested at all. Hello, Max. How you doing? Come here. Come here. Good bird. Do you want a scratchy poo? He's certainly looking like it's more Polly wants a finger than Polly wants a scratch. Well, there you go. Now, are you really going to do that? Are you really going to do that? Do you want a scratch? Because I'm not going to get bitten. You've got to just calm down, okay? Is it because... I think it's because my hands are hydrolyzed. He doesn't like them. My hands will dry out eventually. Scratchy poo. There we go. There you are. Yeah, nice scratch. Nice scratch? Yeah. Yeah. It's an ongoing saga. I accidentally hurt Max the other day and he hasn't forgiven me quite yet. Almost what? Okay, the story is that he bit me, right? I pulled my arm back and that just flipped him upside down on the cage. And I've gotten used to the habit of flinching with Max, and the reason for that was because he was always quite scared of me. And I found out that flinching made him a bit more confident, and I haven't gotten out of the habit. And now because he bites quite hard, it's hard to get out of the habit of flinching. Ordinarily, when you've got a bird, you just kind of show no fear. So I've never actually travelled this kind of ground with a bird. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to have to stop it. No, I'm not going to do that. But you may get out. Come on, ignore the chair. Now the whole idea is he knows he's allowed out, but he will not even touch the chair. Actually, Max is telling me something else. What's going on? Oh, you want food, do you? Okay. All right. He's hungry. I keep the food in the freezer because that way weevils don't get into it. Here we go. There you go. Is that what you wanted? What? Well, afterwards. Afterwards. You can come out, you can have a fly, you can do all your things, right? Yeah, you can have a fly, you can do all your things. When you go back in your cage, you'll get your sunflower seeds, okay? Yeah, you know that. Come here, Loki. Come on, step up. Good bird. Right, flipping around. What we're doing here is we're giving Max a bit of incentive to fly because, well, how do I put this? He's a bird and birds are supposed to fly. So they're not supposed to be in cages all day. So this is how we encourage him. Loki is just lazy as. Max is now out of his cage. Yeah, but if you don't give him some kind of reward for... There you are, Loki. Get up on that. Get up there. Good bit. Yoink. Scratchy poo. Max is over there. Hopefully we'll get a nice shot of him flying because he's very graceful. That's the scary thing. I think he was wild caught. And so the person who sold it to me basically had no right to, but I talked him down. Anywho, when I got him, he had his wings clipped, and so theoretically he shouldn't know how to fly at all. But you'll see that he's extraordinarily graceful, so that's why I think he was caught. Yeah, it is a dominance thing. But you see, when I didn't flinch, when I first met him, that was his only defense. And I was rock solid when I did that. And his response after that was to just cower in the back of the cage. I hated that. I much prefer to ignore my ordinary instinct and just to flinch than to watch him cowering like he did. And he's got a big beak, so it's easy to flinch. Yeah. Come on, Max. You want to come here? Come on, Max. I know. He's not a performer, is he? Shall we give you all the attention and see what happens? Come on. You'll notice that most of the house is bird friendly. We've got like most of the chairs have got sticks on top and stuff. And this is a perch, like this is where I work. This is my workstation because I can work from home. I'm data scientist and stuff. So I just work here, and if the birds want to, if they're free, they could just fly over here and say hi to me. Oh, sorry. Come here. I need to apologise. Come here. That's it. This is my way of saying sorry. I know it seems weird to like to occlude her head, but it works. I accidentally hit a pin feather. So that was getting a feather. They like getting the sheaths taken off the feathers because they're itchy. But if you get them too early, it's sore. So there you go. Oh, can I have a look? Let's have a look at your pins. You'll get to see one anyway. Is that a pin? No. I suppose I always think that I'm one of the only people who regularly gets to see behind a cockatoo's crest. There's a pin. You can see that there's the material just sitting there on that feather there, and it needs to come off. So you just kind of drag it off like that, and there it is. Well, off it goes. And they love having their ears scratched too. This is where the ears are. You've probably never seen a cockatoo's ear. It's here somewhere. There it is. Just there. Scratchy, scratch, scratch, scratch. There we go. Now, Max, are you gonna come over here with us, or are you just going to sit there and look jealous? Hello. You going to be jealous or not? You can come over here. Come on. Come on, Max. You know. Come on. Come on. Is it because there's two? I think the kids have put heaps of stuff just on the floor there. I'm going to move those obstructions and see what happens. My nose suddenly got stuffed up. Weird. Just move these over here. This is disgusting. Luckily, I'm not, opening my house up to the rest of the world or anything. Yeah, that's Oculus Rift I bought for my daughter. It was her birthday the other day. Right, Max, do you want to come here? Come on. Yeah, that's true. Well, at the moment, my air conditioner is also my water distillation plant because I'm needing to use a lot of deionized water. That reminds me, I've got to reset. I've got to refill my water at some point. Do I have to drag out the heavy artillery, the pin file? Let's see. Where is it? Right here. Hey, Max. Feather. Scratchy poo. There we go. Didn't get the chance to bite. Haha. Right, now, where are we? Aha, found it. Look at this. Look at this. See how he fluffs up? Come on, Max. Come on. Come on, Max. I'll move over here so you can have your room to maneuver. He doesn't like doing anything with us close. Come on. Come on. Hello. I strongly suggest you don't drink the nitric acid. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Oh, it's a standoff. Yeah. It's right here, ready for you. It's here. Scratchy stick. Scratchy stick. Scratchy stick. Come on, you can do it. Good bird. Good bird. Yeah, there you go. Good birdie, yeah. And that's at least 2 or 3 flights that he's had. I would have preferred him to do a long one to that other perch over there, but, you know, can't have everything, can you? Now, obviously, these little files, I don't know what they are, but the cockatoos absolutely love them. That was Pony. Made you flinch. It's funny how Max and Pony are actually fighting at the moment. I don't know how they actually fight, but they do. What do you do? What are you doing, Loki? I think she wants to go for a fly. She feels very uncomfortable with Max around. I think all the females understand having a dude hanging around wanting like a bag of smells, going, hey baby, yeah, you wanna hang out with me and you do the lovey thing. And yes, that's how I flirt too. So I'm surprised that I managed to get anyone, but yeah, I know. Pony was cheering me on when Max ended up upside down on the perch, and Pony's like, yeah, go harder. I'm like, no, that was an accident. Oh, there's I think there's blood. Hang on. Max, let's have a look. Okay, no. Yeah, no. Let's have a look. I thought I saw something. I'm using the zoom feature here just to... It could have just been my imagination. I'm hoping it's my imagination because I don't want anything bad to happen here. Can we see anything? I think it's just my imagination. Can't see anything. It's all good. Don't eat the chair. Honestly, Loki. Do you want to go for a fly? Come on. Go for a fly. Step up. There you go. And off you go. And fly. Good bird. That's a... nearly fell off. Yeah, well, it's you're a klutz. In the cage she goes. All right. I'll go get you some seeds, all right? Let's go get some seeds for Loki. Max knows the drill. He's getting excited. I don't even have to look and know he's getting excited. You should have seen him. He was leaning right over. There you are, Loki. Nom, 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 nom. There you are. Bing. Good bird. Off you go. Yeah, I know. I'm out of here. You see that? Go away. I'm eating. Yeah, I'm getting you some now, mate. Max, look what I got. In there. Now that looks like a mess, but it's not. I keep those are the remains of a fan that I dismantled, and I found out if you can just remove those and then tip them, it's much easier to cope with. Emma's given them oranges. Those plants here, I put them in today. They've completely stripped the gum nuts off, which is good. That's their plant intake for today. Just looking. Yeah, they've completely stripped it. There's maybe a few flowers just sitting back in here. No, that's yesterday's. They can go. Okay, Max, come on. Come on, Max. Come on. Yeah, I'm getting out of the way. All right, pony split. Yeah, no, she was very, very adamant, wasn't she? I tell you what, it was there was a 40-degree day. You might have noticed, Adele. And so I got the water pump out there, and I sprayed Pony down. Oh, she gave me the hiss as well. All right, come on. Here we go. Yoink. Ah. Hello. I know she looks uncomfortable, but she's loving it. And that's it. We've got a splattered pigeon. We got me. We've had the opals. We've had Max flying. We've had Loki getting angry with me. And that's pretty much that's the show. Thank you very much for sharing the opal journey with me. Now, one of you, I don't know which one it was, would have actually ticked me over into monetization territory today. So thank you, whoever that was. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty stoked. I'll have a look at the numbers. I'm pretty certain that I've actually had some record numbers as well. I could be wrong with that as well. I'll check the stats. But it's all been very exciting today. So thank you very much. It's a very special moment that you've probably had, and you've shared it with me. And I'm really, really thrilled. Anyway, like and subscribe on the way out if you liked what you saw. But it is your life. So enjoy your life however you want to do it. Other than that, have a lovely evening. It's Dr. Phil out.